Hi y'all, I'm Allison. We're here to set up my August TBR once again, and can you believe it? This is my 1 year mark on a BookTube. So, been playing the game for an official year now. It's been good and trying at times, but that's okay. It's been a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed getting to know y'all and talking books with you. So, here's to another great year. And I thought we would start out with something a little different in honor of that today. So what I'm going to do is grab my prompts and I'm just going to randomly pull one. This is not going on my TBR. I just thought it might be fun. Hopefully y'all agree with me to throw up a random prompt and see what book it makes everybody think of. So just something out of your library. It's not committing you to read it or anything like that. I'm not putting it on my TBR. I just thought it might be a fun little thing to do down in the comments and see what variety of books we get for. That won't work, Cussler. I won't give you any variety. So let's try again. And I'm going back here. Okay, any book without the or of in the title. So what do you have in your library that you would want to read that would fit that prompt? And you know what I might do is make a little list and turn it into a prompt on my game and pull one of the books that y'all recommended. We'll see. This is going to go back in here just randomly. And so is Cussler. And I will put a book of my own in the comments. All right, let's get back to the regularly scheduled stuff and find out what my mood read is going to be for the month. Or which prompt will be my mood read for the month. 5. So I'm hoping the game will give me 5 books and the last one will be a prompted mood read. Sometimes the wheel has a mind of its own and I get much more than that. But as an extra bonus, it is my birthday month. So I'm going to do what I did in my Sims game, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. And I'm going to spend one extra time at the end and allow myself to replace any prompt with that extra, because I want some wiggle room this month. It's important. All right, let's get started and find out what the TBR gods are going to do to me this time. Cross your fingers for me. Oh, we got to replace number 4. And it is going to be translated. By the way, if y'all like that little pick a book from your library thing, let me know and I can start doing that every month. That might be fun to do. All right, let's give it a spin and see what we get. $18. I find myself kind of hoping for a star. I shouldn't have said that and I shouldn't hope for it because it's going to come back to bite me. Redraw +1. Yay. 6 books. Okay, so redraw. That means I don't spin. I just, draw out of here. So I'm going to take the first one, which is my hometown. I haven't done this one before. Okay, so I'm going to try to get close to my home city. And if I can't get my city, my metroplex, state, country, whatever. I am in the DFW area of Texas, so Dallas-Fort Worth. And I'll have to see if I can find something in there. If not, then I can expand to just Texas. The Hawthorne Legacy. This is Texas, part 2 of the Inheritance games. I think it might happen in Dallas. If it is, I'll put it on the screen. First book. And I am definitely trying to get my most anticipated on my list this month. Because, again, birthday month. So let's replace with Once Upon a Book Club. Okay, spin 2. $16. World War One. I don't mind that. Been kind of feeling historical fiction lately. Okay, we're going to come back to this. So let's replace with Storygraph Rec. If you don't use that to track your reading, they have, I think they offer like 10 different books a month for recommendations for you based on what you've read in the past. All right, let's spin again. Number 3. Nine. I forgot my respin. Again, I think I've almost had that a year. Grafton. I was actually wanting to read one of hers this month. So I restarted the series last year with A is for Alibi, Kinsey Milhone, amateur detective set in the 90s. And the second one is B for Burglar. So I'm excited to continue with this. Easy peasy. And a good one. I'm definitely feeling mysteries right now. Collected works. Ew. I don't typically like anthologies. I'd rather get into something a little meatier. Okay, what are we on? Number 4. Two. And we get Gifted. I think I'm going to go with The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. I've been really curious about this one since I got it at Christmas. A prim and proper lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate and his dangerously charming henchman in this fantastical historical romance. Done. I have a blue theme going. Okay, so we replace number 2 with, Wheel of Shame. Speaking of which, I will be putting up my rapid fire review of July in just a few days, hopefully. And if I have to do anything with the wheel, that will be on that video. So you might want to check that out. All right, are we ready for, is this number 5? 9. Ew. You know what? Respin. I'm finally going to use it. So I am putting this one, since I used my star, this is going in the used pile. It's just coming off the board. And I'm going to replace it with Plant on Cover. I know I have quite a few of those. So now I need to respin. $13, my favorite number. See if it's good to me. Storygraphed Owned from the Profile tab. Okay, so I will pull that up in just a minute. There will be only 3 books to pick from. And let's replace that with Illustrated. Wait, that one's supposed to be my prompted mood read. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pull that up now. And then later in the month, I give myself the option to regenerate a new group and pull from it then, but only when I'm ready to select the book. So I think that'll be a good way to do it. And if I do that, then I'll save that footage for probably my wrap up. Okay, so what we're going to do is sign into Storygraph. Go over here to the Profile tab. And then scroll down to owned books. And see there's only going to be 3 books to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page to get a new group. Now let's see, we've got the 100, the Day of Doom, or the House of Hades. What's the Day of Doom? Sweet, 39 clues. I've been wanting to read that again. Or I can do the House of Hades. This is the Percy Jackson series. Another one I've really been wanting to get back into. Okay. Good options. All right, I made a decision and I am going to dive back into Percy Jackson with The Lightning Thief. I've been wanting to reread this series for a long time and get caught up, so this will be great for my birthday month. Okay, so let's do my extra birthday spin. This will allow me to replace anything that I'm not particularly excited about. That is right in the middle, so we have to get brainy and combine 2 prompts, 10 and 11. Let's see. Okay, for 10, we have a random color. And a big book over 500 pages. I don't know how well this is going to work because I was going to say I have a limited selection of big books over 500, but I probably have more than I realize. So, yeah, we'll have to figure this out. This is going to require the computer. All right, so here we are at random color generator. I am simply going to generate a new color and see if I can find a book that will match. Tomato red. I should be able to work with this. Red is a pretty predominant color in covers. We're going kind of with a faded tomato red, but it's sepulcher. Sepulcher. There we go. That's how you pronounce it, which is kind of a tomb or a monument by Kate Moss. I really need to look this stuff up. But it is part 2 of Labyrinth, which I really enjoyed. So this will finish off the series for me. It's just a duology, I believe. And we get, I believe it was set in like a French provincial area. And it's October of 1891. I really enjoyed the first one. It got a lot of historical fiction, really good mystery going. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay, I think I miscounted. So I actually have to do one more spin. And so the random color in the big book, this is going to be my prompted mood read. I think. So we're going to do one more, and this will give me my option to replace. Oh, we got to replace. Yeah, I have a brain. She's being fried by the Texas sun. Okay, so mom pick. She's going to pick a book for me. That's on 10. And then buzzword. I get to, well, you know what? We've been doing this a lot. I'm putting this back in a little further down. Yeah, I already did it. So, because I just had that. Okay. And this is the, okay, yeah, we're good. No brain. So the prompt that we did for fun at the beginning, no, the or of in the title, is actually going to be on the board. So what I might do, if y'all list some books for me, when this prompt comes up, I'll try and remember to come back to that list and choose one of the books from that. I think that would be a fun way to do it. Okay, y'all can like narrow it down for me, because that is rather broad. Okay, so here's my cheaty, not really cheaty spin. Let's see what we get. Yeah, okay. We're rolling with it. So number one first. I'll admit, at this moment, I'm not upset by that because I'm just having fun playing my game. I missed it, but I know that little serotonin surge is going to wear off, and I'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? So for this one, I need a person on the cover. All right, I'm going to continue the Croak series with part 2, Scorch by Gina D'Amico. I loved book 1. It was quite humorous, original, and such a good time. Of a 17-year-old who goes to live with her Uncle Mort, and it turns out she is being groomed to be a Grim Reaper. So she helps escort souls to the afterlife, and tons of humor. It was such a good time, and I'm really looking forward to continue. Definitely have a person on the cover for that one. And let's spin again. That's where it was. To see which star I will be picking. So it's just going to loop back around. So that is number 4. Because 10. Okay. Oh no! Barnes & Noble leather bound. Those puppies are thick. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of cheat, but not really. This was written with the intention of the big bind-ups from Barnes & Noble, but this is also leather bound, and it was one that was on my TBR before. I haven't gotten around to it, so by reading this one, it will get it off of my Wheel of Shame. So I'm going to put The Wizard of Oz back on my list. And we're just gonna, it's my birthday. I'm gonna I'm still doing a leather bound. I'm just not doing what was originally intended. In my defense, that was before I added my Sims TBR game, so my TBR wasn't quite as big per month. So yeah, anyway. Okay, we have to have a change of plans. So first we're going to replace what's missing on the board. I'm going to put a new star up. I'm not going to show it to y'all because it's intimidating enough without knowing what's waiting for me. And then replace number 1 with Riordan. And the reason we're doing this now instead of next month is because this little puppy. I have scoured my shelves, my Nook, my Audible books, looked at all my tags, everything. I cannot find anything to fit the World War I prompt. So I'm going to respin for this one and just take this prompt out of play. But if y'all know of any good books, historical fiction, nonfiction, that are World War I centered, then please let me know, because I'm surprised I have this gap in my library. Tons on World War II. I've got the Romanovs, but I don't have anything, where the war is more a prominent feature of the book. So that being said, let's respin for that prompt and see what I have to work with. Number 4. Translated. Oh boy. Go with the short classic. Cyrano de Bergerac by Edmund Rostand. Translated by Gertrude Hall. And this will have background information on the era and the play itself and everything. I'm familiar with the play, but I have never read it, so I am looking forward to this. And I think I goofed somewhere, because I was going to spin for 5, and then I got my redraw +1. So that means I needed 6 books, and I ended up with another one because of the star. So that should have been 8 books. And for my birthday, I was going to have an additional one thrown in there. So that should be 9. So I could knock it back down to 8. So why do I only have 6? Oh, 7. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Do I have to spin more? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. 8. 1, 2, 3, 6. So I do need one more. I'm so confused. Okay, so we're gonna spin again. I don't know. Clancy, Tom Clancy, Jake Ryan series, Jack Ryan series. I think Jake is the son. Anyway, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm spinning again. It's in between 2. Okay, so I have to combine 8 and 9, and that will give me my extra book that I can replace anything on there with. There's how it goes. So we're looking for a thriller. I like that. With a plant on the cover. I should be able to do this. I am going with The Cabin by Natasha Preston. These are YA thrillers, and I have really enjoyed. I think I've read 2 or 3 so far, so I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, locked room mystery. 5 friends, so they go for a weekend party at a remote cabin. Before the weekend is over, 2 of them are dead, and they realize the killing hasn't stopped. Apparently, one of the 5 that were there is going to be the murderer, if I have it right. So I am going to look over my stack and replace one. This is going to take the place of my translated book. Now, I also have 2 more books to pick, and I want to throw something out to y'all because Melanie from Completely Melanie, one of her prompts for August is a buddy read. So I just got The Murder of Mr. Wickham. So if I have any Jane Austen fans out there that are interested in grabbing this book, it just came out in, I think, March or May of this year. Country House Murder Mystery. So we're going to have a kind of a locked room, locked environment. And we've got all of Jane Austen's characters coming together within this. Mr. Netley and Emma are throwing a house party, bringing together distant relatives and new acquaintances. And one who is not invited, of course, is Mr. Wickham. Wickham's latest financial schemes has gotten him even more enemies than what he had before. Everyone would pretty much be thrilled if Wickham got his comeuppance. And he does, because he turns up dead. And the killer is hidden within their midst at this house party. So if anybody wants to buddy read this with me, then let me know down in the comments. And hopefully you'll be on Storygraph because they have a buddy read feature on there now, and it is awesome. As long as you tell it exactly which edition you are reading, you can go in and leave your comments on the book. You tell it what page you're talking about, and then those comments will be locked until the other people reach that point in the book, so you don't have to worry about spoilers. And I think up to 8 people can join. So if I have anyone who's on Storygraph and wants to grab a copy of this book and read it with me during August, definitely let me know. Or if any of these other books are on your radar, feel free to also check out the books on my Sims TBR game if one of those is something you want to read. Lily, she's wanting to go out. All right, for the second prompt for TBR Knockout, I will be reading The Dark Queens. We have Brunhild and her sister-in-law, Fredegonde. I'll put their names on the screen. I'm not sure how to pronounce them. So Brunhild was a foreign princess and her sister-in-law was a lowly palace slave. And yet in 6th century, I don't even know how to pronounce it, something France, these two iron-willed strategists reigned over vast realms, changing the face of Europe. And they end up laying the foundation for Charlemagne's empire, formed coalitions that broke them, mothered children and lost them, and fought a decades-long civil war against each other. So, and they've been vilified in history because they were women, and new information has been found about them. So they are finally getting their due. And I'm really curious to learn more about these two. I lost Mr. Wickham. Where did he go? He always was a slippery one, wasn't he? There he is. Okay, here is the second part of my TBR. If you missed The Sims, then that's where the rest of it is. Again, I am looking to do a buddy read if anybody is interested in any of these books or from the other ones that I chose this month. I know this has been a little all over the place today, so I appreciate you sticking with me. Well, I don't know what I've done. I think I had to come back 2 or 3 times going, I needed more spins. So no telling what I'm going to find when I edit. And I might just do a separate video about Storygraph and the buddy reading system and how that works soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I will definitely be back, hopefully in just a couple of days, with my wrap up from July. But thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all soon. Bye now.